Brian, how could you let me, your lord and master, languish in a filthy dungeon for over a month? I don't understand it.
You talk as though it's the easiest thing in the world to rescue someone from Echelon Castle.
Well, I should have thought your devotion to me was such as to make the task nothing to you.
Well, it didn't. It was hard.
I know it was, Brian. You did well. Now I can't wait to return to Echelon Castle.
You mean after all I went through to get you out, you want to go back?
I have a score to settle there. By my sword, I'm going to settle it.
I told you once politely. If I have to tell you again, the words will be much shorter.
And I warn you upon pain of instant death to announce me to King Arthur.
I can't. The round table is in session.
Lady Lynette of Echelon is not kept waiting.
Echelon?
Milady, when the round table is in session, nobody will interrupt.
Captain, if I may suggest...
Now, you keep out of this.
Perhaps the young lady could wait in the anteroom until the king is ready.
Well, as you say,
I thought you'd see the light. Attend to my horse.
Sir Lancelot, why are you dressed as a baker?
Well, a matter of expediency, Captain.
I got him those clothes.
Yes, and rescued me from a particularly foul and smelly dungeon in Castle Echelon.
How is it that you, a baker, should have so much influence at Camelot?
Oh, I'm a very good baker.
But a baker?
Now, look,
You go and wash your face.
yours is dirtier.
I like it this way. Kindly be seated, my lady.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Sir Lancelot.
My dear friend, what's all this?
Well, my lord...
Where have you been? Do you know it's almost 2 months since you honored us with your presence?
Forgive me, Master Merlin. I've been a prisoner in Castle Echelon.
But Sir Echelon is a friend.
And still is. Sir Echelon is on a pilgrimage to Rome. Crossing the channel, his boat capsized. But he was saved. When I bore this news to Castle Echelon, I was thrown into a dungeon for my pains.
An outrage, sir.
But who is responsible for this?
Well, not Sir Echelon, obviously. I only saw the guard who knocked me down. But I did notice he wasn't wearing Sir Echelon's badge.
Disgraceful.
I ask a boon, sire.
Speak.
Give me a sword, a shield, and a horse, that I may return to Castle Echelon and give them a lesson in hospitality. Thank you, Sir Gawain.
Lancelot, take my shield. It's a little battle-scarred and burned here, with dragon fire.
Thank you, Sir Kay. The more tried, the more trusty.
Castle Echelon is a hard rock to crack, Lancelot. Let us ride with you.
Thank you, Gawain, but there is a young girl who I think will guide me to the castle.
Thrown into a dungeon, indeed.
Unfortunately, we've only just met. Her name is Lady Lynette of Echelon. She craves an audience with your majesty.
But what does she want with us?
I don't know. But don't tell her about my rescue. We must arrange it so that I return to Castle Echelon with this girl. Someone's going to answer for throwing me into that dungeon.
You can't come in here.
I've been kept waiting longer than I've been kept waiting in all my life. Where is King Arthur? I am Lady Lynette of Echelon, sister to Lady Eleanor, wife to Sir Echelon, and a direct descendant to St. George himself.
This, my lady, is the king.
Your Majesty.
Rise, child. Why do you seek our help?
I need a champion, my lord. Not for myself, but for my sister. She is being forced into marriage by the Baron Brayor.
But Lady Eleanor is married to Sir Echelon.
Sir Echelon was drowned a few months ago.
I heard he'd been rescued.
In truth?
The story was brought to Castle Echelon by a knight of his court. What has happened to him?
I don't know, my lord. All I know is that Baron Brayor has taken over the castle and is forcing Lady Eleanor into marriage.
I see. You shall have your champion. One who has already taken an interest in your case.
My lord, a baker?
In Camelot, we judge a man by his worth. This is a great warrior.
Then why isn't he a knight?
Oh, well, as a matter of fact, we were just about to raise him to knighthood.
Sir Crustabread. No, thank you, my lord. You, sir. What's your name?
Gawain, my lady.
Sir Gawain has an appointment to slay a dragon. And might I remind you that I am the king, and I choose my knight's assignments.
But, sire, you said yourself he isn't even a knight.
Well, forthwith he shall be, Sir...
Crustabread, my lord. The lady has aptly named me, and I hope to win great honor with that title.
It pleases me. Kneel. Your sword. Let this solemn company take note. I, King Arthur, dub thee Sir Crustabread.
Thank you, sire. My lady,
She left, halfway between crust and bread.
oh, well, I better go after her.
But first, let me suggest,
Sir?
wash your face.
Are you hurt?
Of course I'm hurt. And it's all your fault, chasing after me.
Well, now I'm a knight. I must follow you until my mission is accomplished.
Well, don't think that just because you've combed your hair, you're anything but a baker to me. Whose is that tabard you're wearing?
Sir Christopher's.
But your shield is different.
Yes, that belongs to Sir Kay, the seneschal. My sword to Sir Gawain.
A hand-me-down knight. Why don't you go home? I can handle this myself.
Oh, really? Oh,
I shall simply tell the Baron that Sir Echelon is alive.
he knows that. I think the Baron wants the castle more than he wants the lady. And at the moment, he seems to be having what he wants.
Then what can be done?
You leave that to me.
You? Baron Brayor would eat you, crust and all.
Well, I might be lucky. And in any case, you've nothing to lose. If I fail, you can always ride in and win the day.
Oh, very well. You may come along. But mind, I do not accept you as my knight-errant. You may ride behind me and downwind.
My lady.
I come from a great family.
Yes, my lady.
My sister is Lady Eleanor of Echelon.
A direct descendant of St. George himself. We know. Do we have to go this way?
It's the shortest way.
I dare say, but it's a natural spot for an ambush.
Frightened?
No, my lady, merely cautious. I suggest we return to the high road.
If you're not prepared for a little danger, you'd better return to the bakery. Thank you.
In future, I suggest we do things my way.
Indeed? Just because you've proved yourself clever at common brawling, don't put on airs. You were very lucky those fellows kept bumping into each other.
Oh, very lucky. Shall we proceed, my lady?
And allow them to jump out at us again? Don't be ridiculous. Collect the horses. we return to the high road.
Yes, my lady.
My dear Lady Eleanor, I distinctly remember asking you what was the minimum time for decent mourning.
I gave you a casual opinion, Baron.
You said 3 months.
These things vary according to temperament. My heart is still heavy with sorrow.
I'm getting tired of her sorrow.
Father.
Shall I announce the banns?
No, please, Sir Gringamore. I'm a patient man. We'll give her ladyship another week.
Baron Brayor, this is my castle.
Then go to your room.
Advice from the border, sir. A certain Sir Crustabread rides this way with a lady of quality.
So what?
Crustabread.
I don't believe it.
I'd kill myself if I took such a name, really.
They were overheard at the inn discussing your wedding. Not exactly in favorable terms.
Details, man, details.
Well, sir, at one point she turned to him. Incidentally, she orders him about as though he were a servant rather than a knight.
Never mind the details, get to the point.
Yes, sir. She said, haven't you any plan for stopping it? What do you intend to do?
And he said?
Shh. He saw that I was listening.
Looks as if someone of quality has camped over there.
Looks like a knight.
Some knights travel in style. They say Sir Lancelot of the Lake has 2 tents.
One for his horse, no doubt. Well, let's announce our presence. Perhaps we'll have shelter tonight. It's him.
Oh, dear. It's Sir Gringamore.
Who is he, a friend of yours?
No. He's the fiercest of Baron Brayor's men.
My horse.
We'd better go.
From the look of things, I'd say he wants us to stay and fight.
But he's a killer. Very experienced. Run, Sir Crustabread. I won't hold it against you.
This shield, my lady, like this sword, only goes forward.
But this is Sir Gringamore the Great.
I'll bring you back his sword. Wait here. Come on, Caledon.
Sir Crustabread.
I yield. Get up. The sword I promised you, my lady.
Sir Crustabread, you were wonderful. I apologize for everything I said.
Thank you. What would you have me do with this knight?
We might cut off his head and use it as a pincushion.
Yes, we might.
Do you know, Sir Gringamore the Great, that you've been vanquished by a new knight in his very first combat?
Well, praise be, he hasn't had more experience.
He doesn't need more experience. Get on your horse. And tell your Baron Brayor that this is just a taste of what Sir Crustabread intends to do to him.
On the contrary, tell Baron Brayor that I have no quarrel with him, and that I'm looking forward to being invited to the wedding.
So that he can make mincemeat out of the bridegroom. Did I say something wrong?
Oh, no. You just put Castle Echelon on the alert, that's all.
You shall batter it down.
Anything else, my lady?
Yes. From here on, you may ride beside me and be my true knight-errant.
I am honored.
one to blow the horn. When you ride up to the gate and challenge the Baron to mortal combat.
I'm going to change.
Change?
Yes. You admire the castle.
What are you changing into? Do you know something?
What?
It must be wonderful to know that you're a true knight at last.
Tell you the truth, I feel more like a baker.
Oh, but you're not.
What do I look like then?
A baker.
Good.
No, don't lose heart. You are a knight.
I haven't lost heart. But dressed like this, I've a good chance of sneaking into the castle.
Knights don't sneak. Don't you understand? You must ride up to the tower, blow your horn, and meet the Baron in mortal combat.
Suppose the Baron doesn't play fair. Suppose he sends 50 soldiers instead.
Then you must carve your way through them. The way Sir Lancelot would do it.
I'm afraid the minstrels have been embroidering a bit around Sir Lancelot's career. When the odds are 50 to 1, and he is the one, Sir Lancelot doth run.
Then you are just a baker at heart. Why, you haven't even taken your sword.
No, but I hope to pick one up on the way. Now, don't you worry. You stay here and look after the horses. With any luck, I'll have your sister back to you by midnight.
Good luck, Sir Crustabread.
With the big banquet tonight, why aren't you in the kitchen?
I'm waiting for my bread to bake. Yeah, tell me something. When we capture a knight, what do we do with his armor?
Stack it over there. If they're lucky and get ransomed, we hand it back.
Not many lucky, eh?
That's right.
They say this, Sir Echelon, he has the best armor in England.
Ah, he's all right for fancy design. But for putting a sharp edge on a sword, no.
Ah, I see you're a baron's man.
All the way. You wait. He'll be King of England.
That Lady Eleanor must be a lucky lady.
Ah, she's only a stepping stone to the castle. When the Baron gets to be king, you'll get rid of her and marry someone else, a king's daughter. And now, where in the kingdom come has he gone?
Get into line.
Ah, it's going to be a great banquet.
A black day for all of us, I say.
Why?
The way the Baron moved in on her ladyship, it's more like a conquest than a marriage, I say.
Then you served Sir Echelon.
Aye, me and my father before me.
Why don't the followers of Sir Echelon help Lady Eleanor?
They would, if they could find someone to head it up, I say.
Come on.
Go on.
Well, trade.
Trey?
Oh.
Well, go on.
How dare you come bursting in here?
The Baron wants you in the banqueting hall.
Tell the Baron I am not feeling well.
The Baron said if you wouldn't come, I was to bring you.
What kind of tray's that?
It's the one they gave me, sir.
Things were different when Sir Echelon was alive.
What now, my lord? Am I not to be allowed even the privacy of my room?
And miss the banquet in our honor? Sit down, my lady.
What is the occasion?
In a moment. Serve the wine. Sit down.
A toast to Baron Brayor and his bride-to-be, the Lady Eleanor.
Very well. Baron Brayor. We're all invited to the wedding. Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow? Oh, I beg of you.
Read the banns.
If there is anyone here who objects to this marriage, speak now.
I object. Sir Echelon lives.
That's a lie.
King Arthur himself told me. Oh, men of Castle Echelon, the time has come. Drive out these invaders.
I'll kill the first man who draws a sword.
And start with me.
Sir Crustabread.
It's Sir Lancelot.
Lancelot.
Kill him.
I see your rabble can't stomach honest bakers.
Oh, Sir Lancelot, is it really true about my husband? He still lives?
Yes, it is true. That's the news that this man temporarily prevented me from giving to you. Your husband must be safe in Rome by now.
Oh, praise God.
I think you'd better join your brood.
Oh, Sir Lancelot, thank you for everything.
I'm glad I could help. Where's Lady Lynette?
Here's the Crustabread. I mean, Lancelot.
You have a very determined sister.
I have no sister.
I'm only Lynette, the maid.
Oh, Lynette, you didn't pass yourself off as Lady Lynette.
She'll always be Lady Lynette to me. It was really she who was responsible for your rescue. You're a brave girl, Lynette, and a pretty one. I think I shall ask Queen Guinevere to make you one of her ladies-in-waiting.
Oh, no, you don't. You shan't steal her away from me. Henceforth, she shall be known as Lady Lynette of Echelon, and act as my companion and advisor.
I must remember to come back one day.
I'll be waiting.
My lady.
I'll never wash this cheek as long as I live. Goodbye, Sir Crustabread.
Now listen to my story, yes, listen while I sing of days of old in England when Arthur was the king. In days of old, when knights were bold, this story's told of Lancelot.